This is about more than money. This is about more than just not having to work. This is about freedom. If I died tomorrow, this is the advice I want my kids to have. This video is probably going to sound scripted because it kind of was. As you know, a couple of videos in the past, I pretty much end up writing a whole blog post before I create the video. I'm not so good at just creating topics and talking on them. I'll get there in time. But for now, please bear with the scripted sound that sounds like an advertisement. I'm not trying to sell you a thing. I also wish that I had the skills to create a nice fancy whiteboard that shows pictures and diagrams and everything that I'm trying to describe. But I'm going to have to deal with my current skill level. In the future, I'll probably get those skills. But right now, I've got an important message I want to get across. And that's more important than having a fancy video. This is going to be my most important video so far. So listen up, everyone. This is what it's all about. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can buy your freedom and life back in only 10 to 15 years. Now, before we begin, let's define what freedom is, or what I personally call rich. So for this topic, we'll define freedom as you never have to work to survive again. That's a fair definition, right? All right, that's the definition we're going with. You never have to work to survive again. Now, in future videos, I plan on going through this process one step at a time and walking you through it. I'll tell you the best investment tools I've found, the best investment vehicles, and tell you exactly how to get started with picking stocks for your freedom portfolio. So hit that subscribe button now. And if you want to get notified when new videos come out, hit the bell next to it. I'm planning on making a whole series of videos on how to accomplish this, and I'm going to go into detail on each step to take you along the way. Be sure to stick around till the end of this video, as after you watch this and learn the process to be free, I have a cherry on top fact that's really going to show that this is possible. It's all about passion and desire to buy your freedom and life back. Without this strong desire, you're going to falter. If you're satisfied with your life currently, go into a job each day and feel that you'll continue to be satisfied doing this, then just concentrate on saving and investing for your retirement. Be sure to still save and invest, though. You will regret it if you don't. But if you're not satisfied with feeling like a slave to the workforce, with having to wake up early and go to bed early to work your life away for someone else's benefit, then this process can set you free. This is how to buy your freedom and life back. It took me 48 years of life to figure this out. Don't be like me and wait 48 years. Begin now. Nurture and build a desire for freedom inside you. Put notes up around your house reminding you of this goal to be free and own your own time in this world. Decide where you want to live and put pictures of that place up everywhere, reminding you of that end goal and the freedom that you desire. Tell yourself every morning when you wake up, the reason you're waking up is to get one step closer to freedom. You're not waking up to go to work. You're waking up to make that money to push you forward toward owning your life. When you're tempted to spend money on something frivolous, instead of doing what most do and say to yourself, I've worked hard and deserve to enjoy this, instead, say, is this purchase really worth delaying my freedom? Every single penny, every single quarter, every single dollar counts. Every quarter you invest and get, say, a 6% return on, you're going to get 1.5 cents a year. Every dollar you invest gives you 6 cents a year. Now keep in mind, while this does not sound like much money at all, it is completely passive income and puts you that much closer to living without having to go to work. And that's our goal. So every $10 would give you 60 cents. Every $100 would give you $6 a year. If you do that 10 times, it becomes $60. If you do that 10 times, for a total investment of $10,000, that's $600 a year you get without working. That's the start of a snowball rolling downhill and getting bigger and bigger. If you live on as little as possible for 15 years, Let's say you live on 25 grand a year, take home pay. And there's two of you, because there's most of you, there are couples, right? So there's two of you, and you're making $13 an hour. That's right around minimum wage nowadays. So you're $13 an hour makes you about 25 grand a year. So together you're making 50 grand a year, minus taxes, which right now is for $50,000 income. If you're filing single, that's 25%, and if you're filing married, that's 15%. Now I'm telling you right now, whether you file single or married, huge difference. If you're married, file married. So here we go. I'm only counting federal tax here. And so we're also going to add Social Security because that comes out of your check, whether you like it or not. So Social Security is 6.2% of your income. So we'll subtract 6.2% for that. So let's figure a couple filing as single first. So $25,000 at 25% is $6,250 in federal tax. $25,000 at 6.2% for Social Security is $1,550. So we take $25,000, we subtract federal taxes of $6,250, we subtract another $1,550 for Social Security. That will leave you with $17,200 a year take home. So we're going to times that by 2 for 2 people. So that's a total of $34,400 a year. We're going to subtract our $25,000 in living expenses from that $34,400, and we're going to end up with $9,400 to invest every single year. If you get 6% in dividends on $9,400, that's $564 a year that you don't work for. Now, mind you, during all this time, we're also going to be reinvesting this money. So you're also going to take that $564 and you're going to reinvest it back into your portfolio. Again, snowball, rolling, compound interest. Now, if you're married, total income of $50,000 at 15% taxes, you're paying $3,750 federal taxes, plus the 6.2% for Social Security for both of you, which comes to $3,100. So we take $50,000, we subtract $3,750 for federal taxes, we subtract another $3,100 for Social Security. That leaves you with $43,150. That's $8,750 more than if you filed single. That's why if you're married, file married. All right, so $43,150 minus your $25,000 in living expenses. That gives you $18,150 a year to invest. At 6%, that will give you $1,089 a year in passive income. So we take that $1,089 a year. Now, mind you, over the 15-year period, you're going to be reinvesting that $1,089 into your portfolio, back into that portfolio, and compounding that interest and making even more the next year, and then reinvest that and make even more the next year. All right, so if you're filing single, then we have $9,400 a year to invest. Now, if you take that $9,400 a year and invest it, as you can see from the chart here, the first year we're not counting anything. Yes, you're depositing money and you're actually getting some dividends that year, but we are counting zero of that because it's just the start. You don't know how much you're getting without going in lots of details of how much you're putting in per month and stuff. So we're figuring zero for that first year. So we're starting in the second year. And as you can see, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So it's 15 years total with that first year being nothing, no return, and no investment. But you know you're putting it in. So by the end of that first year, the second year, you will have $9,400 invested. And that will bring you, throughout that year, $564. So starting with the first year, putting in, you get up to $9,400 but by the end of the first year, and now you start making dividends. This is how we're doing it for minimalistic reasons. And you'll see that this works, and I'll show you how to make it even faster. You can get this done even faster than the 10 to 15 years. Anyway, here we go. So as you can see from the chart, Your balance in the second year is $9,400. You make $564 in dividends. You reinvest that $564 back into your portfolio, plus the $9,400 that you make that year. Brings your balance up to $19,364, which will bring you $1,161 in dividends. Reinvest back in there, plus the $9,400 brings you $1,795. Reinvest that back in your portfolio, put your balance at $41,000, plus the 90 or that plus the $9,400 puts you at $41,000, which will bring you $2,400 in dividends. Reinvest that back into your portfolio with the $9,400, puts you at $52,900, etc., all the way down. As you can see, at the end of 15 years, remember the first year we're counting as zero anything, but you'll get a little bit there. But at the end of 15 years, you're going to have a balance in your portfolio of $197,541. Now, you don't want to touch that. That's your portfolio. That's your money maker. All right. But you have it. If the world came to an end, you would have that. But you don't ever want to really sell your stocks and take that out, because those stocks are making you money. And you will be making $11,852 a year without working. All right. And this is if you're single. Well, with two people, of course. If you have a boyfriend, girlfriend. All right. So both of you are busting butt and working and at this together. But you're not married. Now, if you're married, you're going to have $50,000 together, just like you would before, but you're only paying 15% in federal. That makes a huge difference. You get to keep an extra 10% of your money. And in compounding interest, it's going to almost double the amount you have to invest. So you're going to be able to invest $18,150 a year, as long as you're still living on that 25 grand. So with that, as you can see, same process, reinvesting the dividends plus the $18,150 every year. At the end of 15 years, you're going to have $381,000, and you're going to be bringing in over $22,000 a year without working. Okay, so you say, okay, well, maybe I can't maintain 6% in dividends coming in. Maybe I can only get 4%. Okay, fine. Let's figure out 4%. If you're filing single and you're only getting 4% in dividends, it's going to take you about 20 years to get to $10,000 a year in dividends. And I'll show you how to speed that up. It can still be done in 10 to 15 years, like I said before. If you're filing married, it'll only take you 13 years to get to the $10,000 a year mark in dividends. After 15 years, you'll actually be bringing in $14,500 in dividends per year without working. Now, one thing I didn't calculate with these calculations is taxes on the dividends. You do have to pay taxes on the dividends, but currently and hopefully as in all foreseeable future, that tax is much lower than normal income taxes. It is 15% for capital gains taxes. So we'll say that it takes you 13 years to get to $10,000 a year in passive income. Well, it might actually be closer to 14, 15, 16 years in order to make up for that 15% that you do have to pay in taxes. But the premise of this is still solid, and this does work. Now, I want to make something clear here. Our real goal here is to get to making $10,000 a year in passive income. And the $10,000 a year is what you really need. More is better, of course. And if you keep going for the full 15, in most of these cases, you will have more than $10,000. But with $10,000, you can pay all of your living expenses and buy your freedom. And I'll show you how. Now, I can hear you say, but you can't live on $10,000 a year, you old man. Not even $16,000 a year. What's wrong with your logic? Well, boys and girls, here's where I tell you how to buy your freedom and life back with $10,000 a year. You relocate. to one of the great places to live where the American dollar is worth much more than it is in the United States. You get to see another part of the world, you get to experience new adventures and new people, and you live free enjoying your experiences. So before I get into places to move, you're getting those dividends every year, and that's not going to be your entire income. That is the amount that will pay for your living expenses only. No TVs, no dinners out, no anything except your absolute living expenses. But since your living expenses are paid, you own your time. You're free to do whatever you like. You can always spend some of that time making more income. One other thing I haven't mentioned is during that 10 to 15 years that you're working and investing, you're not always going to be at work. You're going to have free time away from your job. If you use that time to build a side hustle, like a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, a business selling eBay or Amazon or whatever, there's lots of side hustles out there that you can do. Then after 10 to 15 years of building that side hustle, you're going to have an amazing side business that's going to bring you more income to enjoy life. As a matter of fact, this is the best way to live like a king and have plenty of spending money for whatever your heart desires. So, work, live on nothing, invest constantly for 10 to 15 years. When you're not at work, use your time to build a side hustle business that can be ran from anywhere in the world. As the side hustle makes money, you're going to put that towards your portfolio as well, along with those reinvested dividends, remember, to speed the process up. After you're free, the side hustle will provide all of your expendable income to spend as you like, while the dividends will pay for your living expenses. At that point, you've officially bought your freedom and life back and can do whatever the hell you want, whenever the hell you want. Okay, to the places to live. There's many great places to go. In Thailand, many people live on less than 10,000 American dollars per year. They're not living rich by any means, but they're surviving. In Chiang Mai, and forgive me if that's not pronounced right, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it right now. In Chiang Mai, many people live on less than $1,000 a month. If you had $2,000 a month, you'd be living well. And if you have $3,000 a month, you'd be living very well. You'd almost be considered rich. The medical care in Thailand is good, and it's cheap enough that most people who move there don't even have insurance. They just pay for it out of pocket. Now, I haven't researched all these other places, but with research and preparation, many of these other places are bound to be viable options. Here's some places that you can live easily and affordably. Spain. If you avoid Madrid or Barcelona, there's many smaller cities and towns that are affordable. In Granada, a 3-bedroom apartment rents for about $690 a month. A 3-course meal for 2 people costs around $23. Another one, Malta. In the capital city of Valletta, there's only about 7,000 people that live there, but rent starts at around $450 a month. And to top it off, the official language is English. You don't even have to learn a new language. And in the middle of winter, the temperatures are in the 60s. Next place, Mexico. You can live in Mexico in luxury with a maid service, a gardener, dinners out for less than $2,500 a month. Now, yeah, that's more than you're making on your dividends, but that's living in luxury. You can live on less than that. Costa Rica. In resort towns, a 2-bedroom condo near the beach costs around $500 a month, or you can purchase it for around $75,000 overall. Also in Costa Rica, the medical care is excellent and inexpensive. This is how you can be free. This is how you can own your time and your life and live in a great location with plenty to do and enjoy. This is the plan, guys. But you have to want it. You have to be dedicated to the process. You have to have the desire to sacrifice and see each tiny amount you save and invest as one step closer to that goal. But if you really want to own your own life, your own time, and be free, this can be accomplished. Much easier than most people think. Now, I mentioned a cherry on top. Here's the cherry on top for you guys. If you've watched this and listened to the whole process of how this can be done, this is the cherry on top. I only mentioned working on minimum wage. I only mentioned an income from a $13 an hour job. If you make more than $13 an hour over that time frame, you can speed the entire process up, or you can be much better off with much more passive income at the end of 10 to 15 years. And as I said, if you're hustling for every dollar, if you're busting your butt for your goal because you know that you're buying your freedom, this isn't about working for a living. This isn't about working for toys and video games and whatever. This is about buying your freedom. So if you're hustling for every dollar, you're busting your butt for your goal, you're working a second job, you're getting that side hustle business going, you'll be making much more than $25,000 a year each. This can be done, guys and gals. It just takes a desire and dedication to do it, to be different than those around you, to not follow the crowd and keep up with the Joneses. Walk your own path with confidence that you'll be free while they're still slaves to a job and working every day. Look around you at work. See all those people? You'll be sitting on a beach, going to a park, experiencing new places and people, trying new foods, playing new games, enjoying your loved ones, all while those people are doing the same thing 10 to 15 years from now. Another great benefit to doing this whole process is you get used to living on much less than you normally would, which means when you're free, you're probably going to be spending much less than most people do anyway, and you're still going to be happy. Also, by living on less, you need less to be free in the first place. So it gets you to your goals sooner. Now, that's how you get free. That's how you buy your freedom. That's how you get your life back. Okay, now to explain why this is so important. And this is literally everything in life, at least for me. And I feel it should mean the same for you. So stick with me here, guys. I'm almost done. And this is important. I've lived 48 years, and I have a ton of regrets. I'm going to tell you 3 of my top regrets. Number 1, not being there for my mother before she died. Number 2, not spending more time with my children after I divorced and they lived in another state. And number 3, not being home with my dog and best friend, who I knew was going through something affecting his mental capacity and ended up getting stuck in 112-degree weather for hours, like all day long, which ended up being the final straw to his health, and I had to put him out of his misery. These are 3 people and family members. Yes, my dog was my family member. He was my best friend. 3 people and family members who needed me around and was not there for them, all because I had to work. I was and am a slave to work. I can't just up and go somewhere to spend time with someone or be around when I'm needed, because I have to go to work each day to survive. These are huge things in life. Times that you don't want to be stuck and not be able to be around when you're needed. These are the things in life that matter and are being taken away from you because you're a slave to making income to survive. Don't buy toys. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't follow the crowd. Set your plan. Know your plan. Follow your plan. You don't need to be a millionaire to be free. You don't need to be rich to enjoy life on your own terms. You only need enough passive income to pay your living expenses, and only your living expenses. Anything else above and beyond that, you can easily find some extra income for whatever you want. But your needs are taken care of already, and you never have to work again. By decreasing your needed expenses, and by living on less and increasing your passive income by investing in dividend stocks, you can accomplish buying your freedom and your life back. Then for the rest of your life, you'll own your time. Now that's wealth in my book. The richest people in the world are the ones who own their time. This is serious stuff. This is my life's message to my children. If I died tomorrow, this is the advice I want my kids to have. Begin now. Buy your freedom. Buy your life back. Don't be normal. Normal makes you a hamster on a spinning wheel going nowhere. These are my life lessons learned, and I'm sharing them with you now. Whether you listen and take them to heart or not is all up to you. All right, guys, if you've watched this all the way through, congrats. And I'm sorry about my voice. I think I'm losing it because I've practiced the speech like 5-6 times already before even trying this video. So forgive my voice. But I hope this really gets through to you and makes you change the way you see life and the direction you're going. I hope the point that working your life to survive and to buy toys that you don't need will keep you away from what is really important in life at times when you really need to be there. I beg you to listen and understand this. This is about more than money. This is about more than just not having to work. This is about freedom and about owning your time and being able to be there for your children, for your parents, for your loved ones, for your life. This is not about money. This is about freedom. All right, guys. If you like this video and this helped you at all, please hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. It helps me a lot. I want to get this message out. Feel free to leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts. I want to hear from all of you. Let me know what you think. This shit can be done. All right, guys. That's all I had to say.